So DT Swiss have got a recall on some of their wheels. So I'm just reading off their website here. Dear DT Swiss customers, this week we have received a limited number of reports regarding failures in products of the ERC, CRC, HEC models with rim heights of 35 and 45 millimeters. And the serial, well, the ID number higher than 275 and what was that, 4 noughts? Yeah, big number. In the affected cases, rim failure occurred. We have promptly initiated comprehensive investigations to determine the cause, which are currently still ongoing. According to current knowledge, the reports exclusively concern products manufactured and delivered from September 1st, 2024 onwards. Wheels with this rim type have been successfully on the market for several years without comparable reports. In the reported cases, spontaneous delamination, in brackets separation of carbon layers, of the rim flange occurred, significantly compromising the wheel's structural integrity, in brackets stability. Due to this damage, there is an increased risk of accidents that could lead to property damage, serious injury, or death. Out of an abundance of caution and in the interest of consumer safety, we are asking all customers to stop using the affected products, and all distributors, manufacturers, retailers to remove the affected products from commerce immediately. The stop use notice remains in effect until the cause has been fully clarified. So, what does this mean? So, let's just talk about initially spontaneous delamination. Now, delamination is when the layers of carbon separate and then the material is no longer sort of a homogeneous structural material. So it's like lots of loose sheets of paper as opposed to one big solid block of wood or something, something like that. So now the interesting thing here is that it's from a particular time frame forwards where the problem has, and they haven't had any problems prior to that. So one thing that could possibly be is that there's been a material problem. So the pre-preg material that the rim has been made from may have had a contamination issue or a lower resin content than typical, and then that has led to insufficient bonding between the layers of material in those areas. So anyhow, that's one cause. Another cause could be a lack of compaction or some other issue with the temperature in the curing oven. So there are so many possibilities that can cause this situation. However, because of the time frame that's specified, that leads me to believe that it's likely either a material or a process issue that they're aware of, that they can, it's one of the process variables that are controllable. So for something to happen from a certain date onwards, it means something has changed at that point in time, which wasn't a problem previously, right? So that's sort of pretty basic theory there. So as I said, I think it's either been a change in the material or a change in the process. I mean, so until we get some sort of further information, and I haven't seen any of these failures, so I don't know what the actual mode of failure was. So if anyone has that information, feel free to contact me and provide further information. Now, the other thing I'll say is kudos to DT Swiss for jumping on this immediately, as they were aware of it, and doing a stop ride, as we've seen with other recalls. That's not always the case. There's been cases where replacement products have been produced and available already when the recall has been announced to the public. So obviously it takes time to make replacement products, and so people have sat on that information. So kudos to DT Swiss for rolling that information out and providing a stop ride prior to really knowing and understanding exactly what the cause is, but appreciating that there could be injury or serious injury or death to their customers, and wanting to prevent that. So what happens next? Well, I presume that DT Swiss will do an internal investigation to identify what the cause of this is and how serious it is, whether it's an isolated case or whether it's more involved. Now, if it's a process issue, for example, if there was insufficient compaction, so maybe a pressure system calibration error, or a curing temperature calibration error, then all the materials affected with that batch would be involved. If it's a material issue, like a contamination issue, or a resin content, or some other issue like that, again, that will be traceable through the batch of material. So it's early days at this point. Really need more information, but let's keep our ears out and understand what happened. So we'll leave it at that for the moment, and until we get some more information from DT Swiss, don't ride the wheels, and stay safe out there, and keep your eye out for product recalls, because they can be serious. Okay, we'll leave it at that. See you again next time.